So this is a request from one of you guys, and I'm farming credits at the moment, so might as well make a video on it. But before we start this video, I would just like to say that this is my own build, setup and strategy in solo farming credits. You may use a different method, with different warframes, and different weapons, and I would like you guys to share how you farm credits on the comment box below so we don't stick on some meta credit farming. And yes, this is a solo farming method. I don't usually get a good connection with people, and there are a few friends of mine who got a really good internet connection that I'm able to join without lag. But they don't play quite often, which is why I always resort to solo farming. Okay, enough with my blabbering and let's get onto it. If you want to farm credits, and want to farm it fast, then there's one place to go, and that is the index on Neptune. Now I don't want to give any nitty-gritty details on what is the index, as I know you guys know about it already. But for those newbies on the game, then I'll just leave the link on the wiki page, telling you all there is to know about the index on the video description below. Now the index in the past is somehow boring for me, as after hitting that certain amount of investment, you need to wait for the timer to go off if you have cashed in a lot of index points. But now, it's like a defense mission wherein after completing your wager target, you'll get to choose whether or not you want to proceed on the next wave. Which is pretty good, as it gets rid of that waiting time. In fact, I can farm 700,000 credits now in under 10 minutes while doing the index solo. How do I do that? Okay, let me share my build and setup. I usually go with Rhino when I'm farming the index solo, basically because of his iron skin, which allows me to stack index points without worrying about my health. The thing is, when you are stacking index points, there will come a time that each index points will deplete your health. With Rhino's iron skin, you don't need to worry about that, and you can stack as many index points as you want, which is crucial in the index, by the way. For the build, I always go with lots of power strength and efficiency. Obviously the power strength mods are for his iron skin, and add armor mods on it so your iron skin will have more health. I also favor efficiency in this mission, as when you stack index points, your energy will deplete. Efficiency is needed because when you think your iron skin is low on health, you can just go to the nearest energy orb and recast your iron skin. And yes, I also added the iron shrapnel augment so I can recast my iron skin. For the aura slot, you can either have corrosive projection or shield disruption. But I really think corrosive is more useful in the index, in my opinion. Okay, now let's talk about the weapon I'm using. For the weapon, I always use my favorite Arcaplasma. Now this shotgun is really a corpus killer, and it's perfect for the index. Since all enemies in the index are susceptible to radiation damage, it is wise to choose weapons that has innate radiation damage, and Arcaplasma is one of those weapons. Not only that, since it's a shotgun, it has access to primed mods, which makes it more powerful. Normally, I build this weapon for pure radiation when going in the index, but since I got a ribbon on it, with damage, crit chance and electricity damage, I then choose to go with a combination of magnetic and radiation damage. Now that we are done with equipment, let me share some tips on succeeding on the index. Normally in a party, players will go with the high-risk investment, but since we are doing this mission solo, we are going to take the medium-risk investment. In my opinion, this is the most efficient way to farm credits in the index if you are doing it solo. The credit reward is pretty decent, and the difficulty, or the level of enemies, are manageable for a solo run. Once you are in the index, all you need to do is kill enemies, collect index points, stack them and gain the needed wager target to receive your reward. Pretty simple, isn't it? But for some new players, it may be difficult. Which is why I choose Rhino as an example for this video, as this frame is really a newbie-friendly warframe. His iron skin will definitely save you and let you stack those index points with ease. Yes, stacking is the key to victory here, as the more index points you stack on your bank, the more bonus points you get, which will then shorten the amount of time you spend collecting the needed wager target. you will have no problem doing this with Rhino, but just a reminder though, always take a look at your iron skin's health and go get the nearest energy orbs to recast your iron skin. Turn off your iron skin, collect the orb and cast it again. Just make sure there's no enemies within the area. Also, I always do 2 waves of medium risk index as I find it to be more efficient. I can do 3 or 4 waves, but that will take some time. It's better to go 2 waves, and get 350,000 credits in under 9 minutes, than farming for more, which will take about 20 minutes or more. And for the last tip, always bring a credit booster to make the most of your index credit farming. Credit booster does affect the amount of credits you gain right now. In fact, 2 waves can yield 700,000 credits with a credit booster. Now that's more efficient. Now I hope you learn something from this video. I usually do this method with a credit booster, and in fact, I'm doing it right now so I can replenish the credits I spend on building Archwing launchers, squad energy restores, and some other stuff I use for Eidolon hunting. It's basically what I'm doing now aside from farming resources. By the way, my next video will be about Hydroid and how you can farm resources easy with this frame. Almost all my videos for this week are about farming stuff, and I hope that you will find these videos informative. And yes, they are connected to Eidolon hunting, as you need resources and credits as well for the stuff you need on the hunt. I hope to post a non-meta hunt this weekend if my friends who has good connection will play and decides to take me with them. But if not, I have other videos in stored for you guys that you may find useful also. So be sure to check them out. For those first timers visiting my channel, you can click that big red button below if you want to join my awesome notification squad, and receive informative Warframe videos from me. Lastly, before you leave, please do me a favor and hit that like button if you enjoy watching this video. Thank you so much for watching. Squad leader signing off.